4 teams who can make the playoffs, 4 teams who can finish first. This division has it all. Great wide receivers, terrific running backs, elite coaches, and excellent quarterback play. Predicting the NFC North is not going to be easy, but I think I'm up for the challenge. If you like this video, consider giving it a rating and hit that subscribe button. And as an editor's note, I am a fan of the first place team, so do with that what you will. Starting off with the Detroit Lions in 4th place. There were clear reasons to be low on this team last season. Mostly that was due to offensive coordinator Ben Johnson and defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn leaving the building in favor of head coaching gigs. Center Frank Ragnow also retired in early June, leaving this team scrambling to find a replacement. All those worries were on display in Week 1 last year as the Packers pummeled the Lions 27-13. While Detroit bounced back the following week by dismantling Chicago 52-21, when the season was all said and done, the Lions never regained the dominance they displayed in 2023 and 2024. The question now is, what team is Detroit closer to? Their 2024 15-2 selves or the 2025 9-8 up and down selves? My answer is this current team is closer to what they were in 2025. They've got a quarterback who can stuff the stat sheet but isn't elite. They've got a group of weapons that is superb but is hindered by an offensive line that made some additions but is still a work in progress. The Lions' cornerbacks, pass rushing depth, and coaching are all concerns, and for those reasons, I don't think the Lions can improve upon their 4th place finish from a season ago. There were legitimate reasons for Packers fans to be hyped up last season. As I mentioned, Green Bay dismantled Detroit in Week 1, and their shiny new toy Micah Parsons had the fan base thrilled. That excitement carried into the following week as they get a 9-point win over the Commanders, but slowly that excitement got reined in. They lost to the lowly Browns, then tied in a shootout against the Cowboys. That was supposed to be Parsons' revenge game. Still, Green Bay bounced back. It took a 5-1-1 record and turned it into a 9-3-1 record. But everything would soon change because Micah Parsons would go down with a non-contact injury with the Packers leading 23-21 against the Denver Broncos. Green Bay would go on to lose that game. The Packers stumbled into the playoffs at 9-7-1 and blew a 21-3 lead to the Bears in the playoffs. So, for this season, who are the Packers closer to? The team that can pummel the Lions and control the early part of their games against Chicago, or the one that lost its final 5 games of the season? Dontavion Wicks got traded to Philly and Romeo Doubs departed for the Patriots. Those are actually good things for this team. It thrust Matthew Golden into a bigger workload, and Reed, Watson, and certainly Tucker Kraft are capable pass catchers. Losing Quay Walker isn't a big deal, the same goes for Rashawn Gary, but that isn't to say the pass rush will be good. Without Micah for the first 5 or so weeks, Green Bay will struggle with stopping the run and with its pass rush. I do trust the passing attack to be great, but the offensive line is not what it's been in the past. Without Parsons for a stretch, and with the issues I just cited, I think the Packers will finish 1 game below or 1 game above 500. It is worth noting though that this team always seems to find a way to get it done. Another key piece to this team's success is going to be their kicker, Brandon McManus. I don't think it's a stretch to say that he literally cost the Packers the wildcard game against the Bears. I mean, don't get me wrong, the defense and play calling in the second half wasn't great either. But if the Packers had a better kicker in that game, they obviously had a better chance to win. If rookie kicker Trey Smack can be an improvement over McManus, that will go a long way, not just in the playoffs, but also throughout the regular season. But I think the thing that I really want to make clear is that without Micah Parsons, this team is just obviously not the same. They're going to face Minnesota, New York, as in the Jets, the Falcons, the Buccaneers, and the Bears in the first 5 weeks. And I think they could probably go, 4-1 if they had Micah Parsons in those games, or at minimum 3-2. But now when you face a team like the Jets, who's got some good offensive playmakers, you face a team like the Vikings, who's got a good defense and an improved offense. The Falcons have some good playmakers. The Buccaneers are a pretty solid team. And then obviously the Bears gave them trouble last season in 2 of the 3 matchups. I just think those games are going to be much closer now because they don't have their elite superstar player that they invested draft capital and a ton of money into. And I think that's the real difference maker with this team and why they finished 3rd instead not 2 or even 1. Do Vikings fans really want me to go over what their season was like last year? They got a big comeback against the Bears in Week 1. That might have been where the fun stopped though. To recap, last year was a down year for Justin Jefferson, and the offense was plagued by either subpar, bad, or atrocious quarterback play. The defense, however, was dynamite. It allowed the third fewest yards and the third fewest points. I expect that unit to be just as good. Caleb Banks was an interesting selection as he's got foot issues, and it seemed like Dylan Thieneman was the penciled-in pick. So what can we expect from Minnesota this year? Regardless of what you think about Kyler Murray and where he ranks amongst NFL starting quarterbacks, I personally think it's probably around 15. He is an upgrade over the quarterbacks they had last season. Is he better than Sam Darnold? Probably not. But he can move around, he can get the ball to Justin Jefferson at a higher rate, and he's much more of a playmaker than J.J. McCarthy, Max Brosmer, and Carson Wentz. I don't think the rushing attack will take any crazy step up. I just think that the running backs themselves really aren't that good, but I also think it's fair to say that the offensive line, which was really banged up last year, it should be an improved unit this year just because I think they're going to stay healthier. With better quarterback play, the same elite coaching staff, and the same dominant defense, I think Minnesota can get to 9 or 10 wins, and that would place them number 2 in the division. And now onto the team that I have as the first place winners for the second season in a row, the Chicago Bears. The Bears have been a popular pick to be a regression candidate. They went 7-4 in one-score games and led the league in takeaways, two things that are hard to replicate. They traded away DJ Moore and had an unexpected loss in Drew Dahlman. Their secondary, which was without Jalen Johnson, a true shutdown corner for 10 games, and Kyler Gordon, a really good slot corner for pretty much the entire year, was supposed to be improved this season, but who knows if that will actually be the case, as Kobe Bryant will miss the first 5 to 6 weeks and Gordon started training camp on the PUP list. The Bears' defensive line issues have also been well documented at this point. So if I just listed a bunch of reasons to be low on the Bears this year, then why the heck do I have them in first? Well, it comes down to two people, Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. Johnson is an offensive mastermind. Williams showed the ability to hit deep threes, step back threes, and crazy fall-away shots, but he struggled with the layups and free throws. I trust his talent to figure that out. Then you've got Joe Thuney, Darnell Wright, and Jonah Jackson to protect him. Luther Burden and Colston Loveland also showed out last season and are due for year 2 breakouts. This is going to be an offensive-led team. That side of the ball will keep them in close games, so there won't be the need for the drama-filled comebacks or as many takeaways. So, there you have it. Those are my NFC North predictions. This was my first ever long-form video, so I hope you enjoyed. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and for now, I'm out.